November 14th, 2004, Pacific Ocean, approximately 100 miles southwest of San Diego. A United States Navy training exercise was underway. Clear skies, calm water. Nothing unusual was expected. Then, radar operators aboard a Navy cruiser reported contacts they could not identify. Contacts they claimed had been appearing for days. When fighter pilots were sent to investigate, what they reported when they returned would become one of the most discussed military encounters in modern history. This is observation, not explanation. This is Conspiracies After Dark. The USS Nimitz Carrier Strike Group was conducting pre-deployment exercises off the coast of Southern California. Among the ships in the group was USS Princeton, a guided missile cruiser equipped with the Aegis combat system. According to Commander David Fravor, controllers aboard Princeton had been observing unusual radar contacts for roughly 2 weeks. Objects appearing at extreme altitude, descending rapidly, remaining in the operating area, then disappearing again. The reports were unusual enough that a scheduled training mission was interrupted. Fravor and his flight were directed toward one of the contacts. What followed became the foundation of the Nimitz incident. Fravor's account was later submitted to Congress as a signed written statement. As his aircraft approached the designated location, the pilots observed something unexpected. Below them, a patch of disturbed water, white water, churning in otherwise calm seas. Hovering above it, a small white object, oval-shaped, featureless, no wings, no tail, no visible means of propulsion. Fravor began descending toward it. The object appeared to react, changing direction, mirroring aspects of the intercept. As the distance closed, the object accelerated, and then it was gone. According to Fravor's account, controllers aboard Princeton soon reported that the contact had reappeared near the flight's combat air patrol point, roughly 60 miles away. Fravor returned to the carrier. A later flight launched. That crew recorded approximately 90 seconds of infrared footage that would not become public until years later. In April 2020, the Department of Defense formally released 3 Navy videos. One of them originated from the November 2004 event. The Pentagon confirmed the footage was authentic. It confirmed the videos were genuine military recordings. And it stated that the aerial phenomena observed in the footage remained unidentified. That designation came from the Department of Defense itself, not from witnesses, not from commentators, not from researchers. In July 2023, Commander Fravor appeared before Congress. His written statement described an object he believed displayed performance beyond known aircraft. He also stated that the incident received little meaningful follow-up at the time. That testimony now exists within the congressional record. Fravor's testimony is detailed, it is specific, and it represents the account of a trained military aviator. But testimony alone does not establish what an object was. Government assessments have repeatedly cautioned that unusual observations can be influenced by incomplete data, sensor limitations, tracking errors, environmental conditions, or simple uncertainty. Analysts studying the publicly available footage have offered more conventional possibilities. Some argue the apparent acceleration seen in the infrared video may result from camera behavior, tracking mechanics, or the geometry between aircraft and target. Others note that without complete radar logs, telemetry data, and the full sensor record, firm conclusions remain difficult. The object may be extraordinary. or it may be ordinary. The available public evidence does not conclusively establish either position. The radar narrative exists primarily through witness testimony. The complete radar record is not public. The full sensor package is not public. The complete telemetry record is not public. One record describes a highly unusual encounter witnessed by military personnel. Another records the government's decision to classify the footage as unidentified. Neither record fully explains the other, and between them sits a gap large enough to sustain debate more than 2 decades later, not because the event is fully understood, but because it is not. The Pacific Ocean is vast. On most days, training exercises begin. Training exercises end. Logs are filed. Aircraft return to the carrier, and the record closes. November 14th, 2004 did not close so easily. The pilots returned with a story. The government eventually released a video. The official designation became unidentified. Yet the information capable of fully resolving the event remains largely absent from the public record. Perhaps the missing data would confirm an ordinary explanation. Perhaps it would not. The record does not say. What it does show is something far simpler. A military encounter, documented, observed, discussed for more than 20 years, and still carrying the same designation it received when it entered the public archive. Unresolved. What remains is the record. This has been a recorded transmission.